As Meghan Markle continues to exploit, some people suggest, her children all over Instagram, well, when you think about it, things are literally going from bad to worse. I don't know if you know this, but according to a well-placed source, both Harry and Meghan have, well, they're kind of stunned as to why they flopped in Hollywood. Now, as I've said this before, the reason why people flop in Hollywood is down to two things, really. You're in or you're out. And it's been really the same since the advent of the motion picture industry. It doesn't matter whether you've won an Oscar. I remember many years ago, and I'm sure many of you do, I think Faye Dunaway winning an Oscar, famously surrounded by that picture by the brilliant photographer Terry O'Neill. And there she was with all of the papers around her the day after. And she basically said the moment she won an Oscar, the phone stopped ringing because, the good scripts didn't bother coming to her simply because they felt she wouldn't be interested. Of course, it's all about the story. And this is truly the story that Harry and Meghan were liking to push forward. You see, they felt that as her TV show As Ever, her podcast, which is now high up, of course, in Times Square, and all the other numerous adventures that they've tried to push ahead with, they can't really believe why Hollywood has been less than accepting. Yes, they could bamboozle themselves into the Oscar ceremony. There's no two ways about that. I don't care what people say, they would be invited to anything because they get headlines, whether it's the clothes that she's wearing that are then ripped apart on digital platforms, or indeed the fact that they've just simply turned up. They are sort of for the curios rather than what they've achieved. But now Harry's on another mission, this time for his wife, who he feels is very much maligned about her achievements. Let me explain. Morning, chums. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for your time today. Lovely. I'll have a lovely wave. There's lots of things, isn't there, about, climate change and stuff like that at the moment. And it got me thinking about this particular ad that I remember seeing years ago. And it was an old poster campaign called White Rain is Coming. And do you remember White Rain? You see, hopefully I've pricked a memory there. And everybody thought it was all about, when they put it out apparently over here in the United Kingdom, they all thought it was about, some sort of weather thing. They didn't call it climate change then in the 50s. And of course, for the educated on this channel, which is all of us, some may remember a brilliant shampoo called White Rain. Remember it? And it was I think it went right through to the 1980s apparently. And this got everybody looking to the sky like, oh gosh, is this going to be it? That's what I'm saying about the power of marketing. Nothing changes, it's just how you re-put it together, and that's normally the key. What's fascinating here, let me tell you, is that Harry, literally, as I say, pumped it around and got himself to the Aviation Awards thing in Beverly Hills alongside Kurt Russell, Morgan Freeman, and of course John Travolta. I know John Travolta well, brilliant guy, funny guy, and of course a star, whichever way you look at it. Everything from starring in General Hospital to Welcome Back Kotter to all the big movies that we've loved and, some not so much, but like Saturday Night Fever and Grease. Everybody has a soft spot for John Travolta. Now, what I liked about John was the last time they met, him and Harry, he clearly did have a lot of fun with him regarding his late mother. But you see, there's a bigger picture in Harry's mind. Now, as we've seen, Meghan Markle has wormed her way into the Hollywood elite, or so she thinks. Not very successfully. But you see, the plot is this. What she really wants to do, and this is the story goes, is that you see, obviously Harry's now very much inside that particular arena, the aviation company, whatever they're doing. And of course, Harry's objective is to somehow work Meghan in. You don't believe me? Look at exactly how he did the same thing with Invictus, telling everybody she was an integral part of Invictus, and now, he couldn't see him doing it without her. This is Meghan hammering the microphone, turning up late, claiming she wasn't going to give a speech, all eyes on her, refusing to wear the merchandise. You get the picture. The idea is if she can go along to an event like that alongside Harry and perhaps present an award, perhaps of course get next to John Travolta, Morgan Freeman, Kurt Russell, true Hollywood legends, people will look up and go, well, if they're accepting her, what's not a problem? That's the reason why Harry turned up for 11 minutes only at the Beverly Hills Hotel, literally to make sure he could reconnect, whatever the story they're saying. Now, of course, you can't, I don't bother about these people hustling. That's exactly what you do. But really just presenting an award is not going to turn around and make, say, the Hollywood Reporter or Vanity Fair think, you know what? We got it wrong. Meghan Markle is a groundbreaker, a rule breaker, and she should be welcomed in with open arms. Harry, they like him. They do. He's an ex-royal. He's always going to have that. In the eyes of many, Meghan Markle will remain simply a former cable TV soap style actress, and that truly is the hurdle that she's got to climb over, with or without Mr. Saturday Night Fever. Neil Sean in the heart of Kensington.